Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's workout will be using the box for the majority of the exercises. Now, if you don't have the Balanced Body Allegro 2 reformer with the spring tension, I will be suggesting pay attention. I will be saying it's one full spring or half a spring or a quarter spring. So just go ahead and evaluate that for your equipment that you guys already have. This is going to be a challenging class. This is more of a stability class that involves a lot of planking, a lot of balancing, and a lot of core work. So working with your breathing, really important. When I say exhale, think of that corset exhale. Get more out of the exercise with the breathing. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get started. First position, we're just going to use the box as a platform to come to a 4-point on. Let's go ahead and start. 4-point here, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. I'm going to begin with my right leg. I'm going to flex my right foot, drawing my body into this neutral spine, pulling my right knee into my chest, leg out to side, foot to ceiling, making this circular motion from my hip. So what I'm doing right here is I'm trying to gauge, can I keep my pelvis neutral and then create that rotation from my hip socket? We'll go for 2 more in that direction. Under body, out to side, foot to ceiling, under. Last one. And pause. Now reverse. We push the heel to the ceiling, knee to side, pull it under your body. Okay? So what you're trying to do here again is engage your glutes while keeping neutral pelvis. That's hard. Hip extension, right? Push. Keep going. And last 2. And last 1. Now, we're going to place the leg down. Move your hands to face forward. What I want you to think about here is just pushing gently into those arms, keeping the knees underneath the hips. As you exhale, create this flexion in your spine. Try to draw your pelvis towards your nose. Inhale, slowly releasing that. So we have a lot of positions in today's class that require a spine either to rotate or stay neutral or side bend. So let's focus on getting a little bit more mobility first and awareness before we start class. And again, exhale and inhale. 2 more. Breathing with each one. And our last one. Very nice. Let's pause. Now you can turn your hands to face the side like you did earlier for the same hip movement. Going to our left leg, flex the left foot, draw the knee in, out to side, push to ceiling, pulling under. Now remember, you're only going to draw the circle that is big enough that you can control your pelvis. You don't want to go all the way up and rotate your hips to the ceiling. Just keep that neutral position. Last 2. Breathing here, neutral spine. 1 more time. Out, press, and under. Now reverse. Push the heel, open the knee, pull it under. 2, can you remain neutral in that spine? 3, this is an exercise in itself, isn't it? Push, out, and under. Out and under. Last one. And just really feeling that good amount of hip mobility. All right, you guys. Very nice. From this position, go hands on the corner of the box on one side. I'm on my right side right here. I'm just going to do 3 cat-cow like that. Go ahead and round. Feel the obliques stretch on your left. Inhale, open. Exhale. Inhale. Feels good on your rib cage. Exhale. And inhale. Switch to the other side. Same thing, we exhale and inhale. Exhale. Inhale, 1 more time. And inhale. Beautiful. Come back to center. Very gently dismount the box here. Turn your box to the side, short box style, up against your shoulder blocks. Now, where your footbar is does matter. So for some of you that are taller, you're going to have to move your bar further away because of the length of your leg. Or if you're petite like me, you can have it in a little bit. 1 red spring is all you need in the middle of your reformer. Lift the bar to your footwork height. Now, because it's in the middle where I have my spring attached, I'm gonna stand on the sides in the well, okay? So that's where I'm gonna stand to begin, hands here. Choosing one foot, getting my toe box here on the box and the bed, and I'm just at hip distance. Sink my hips back slightly, soften my front leg, and just extending my rear side. Now right here, use your arms, hold away from the bar, bring your chest away, and then bend the back knee, and then push and in, and 2 and in, 3 and 4, exhale 5 and 6, really squeezing that glute, 7, just like you did in the very beginning with that hip circle. 9, last one right here, 10. Now, we're gonna transfer. You can stand on the bed, draw it in, then switch legs, that works. And here we go, same kind of thing. Sit back, feel the arms, get your working leg and push, and 2. So already feeling some plank elements in the trunk. Whew. Some glute, some hip extension, some neutral pelvis, and a little bit of quad. Feels great, warming up. And 8, last 2, here we go. 9 to squeeze, and last is 10. Good. Gently come all the way back and in. Take a moment here. In fact, let's go ahead and just take a seat. Give our body just a moment. It's a little bit more leg work to start off with. Bring one leg over. Figure 4 position and lean forward. Feels so good. Giving that glute a little bit of love. Switch sides. Other leg over. Lean forward. Hold that. Okay, wonderful. Now we're gonna move on to a little more core focus and upper body. So we have the bar here. We're gonna go into a couple of plank variations that involve our knees bending and extending. So we wanna feel like we are really secure in the upper body. So let's go ahead and add the locking pin and just make sure the bar stays secure for this one. Come on down to the side. Add the locking pin to your Balanced Body Allegro 2. Lock your bar. And I want to have the same spring tension, so one red, that works great. I'm standing for this variation. Got my feet here, toes slightly forward, my bum is back, it's hovering. And now my legs are going to be working. Here we go. Push and in, and 2. Think of that plank position. My head's stable, my arms are long, but I'm just really using my legs. And in, and 5, and in, 6, and in. Strong the arms, 7, pulling the bed in, 8, and 9. Last 1. Come into pause. Now with our foot position, change the direction. So both of my toes are now facing my left side. My hands are in the same spot, but I'm going to come into nice high heels. Bend the knees, push the bed. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Strong in the arms. Think of your plank. Woo. This is a great variation. Little bit of this pike position. Keep going. Really feeling the obliques here. Last 2. Woo. One more time. Beautiful. Come all the way in and pause. Good. Shake your arms out if needed. Transfer to the other side with your toes. Get your high heels on, and here we go. Strong body. Let's press. 1 and 2. Notice the control that you need in your abs, in your obliques. 4, just to do this exercise. 5, exhale, 6, keep going. 7, breathing. 8, last 2. 1 more, we got it. Woo. Come all the way in. Beautiful job. Let's dismount for a moment. Just give your body a little breather off the wrists. Take a moment here We'll get into the next group of exercises. All right, so what you can do, we can unlock the bar. It is high for some people, so you have an option. You can keep the bar as high as this, or I will show you. If I lower it just slightly, for some people, it's a better position. I'll show you why. Let's just start, and you can feel it for yourself, just with a red and a blue. We're leaving the box on, and I just want to take my body right up against the box here. So for some of you, you already know what's going on, stomach massage. We're gonna do this a little bit different today. I wanna get my feet right here in that V position. So I have the bar lower versus the legs a little higher. It's completely up to you what you prefer. It has a lot of hip flexion for some people, so just be aware of that. We wanna start this series, the arms are forward. Okay, I got nice high heels, lifting with the abdominals, lower the ankles, lift the ankles. As I bend in, I open my arms out. Keep the spine long. Exhale. Lower, lift, and open. Now, if you want more spring, of course you can have more spring for this. It's up to you. But for my focus, for my body, I like the red and the blue, just because I'm really thinking of this lift versus fighting the legs or the hip flexors. So it's completely up to you and your body, but you go ahead and just feel that for yourself. So we're gonna reach, lower, lift, open, push, lower, lift, open for 4. Open. 3. Feels so good on those ankles, doesn't it? 2. Using your spine. And 1. Great job. Now from here, reach all the way up to the sky. Dive your hands onto the bar. Keep your foot position. Push out gently. Flex your spine. Round your body. Lower the ankles. Lift the ankles. Come back in. Okay? So push out. Lower. Lift. And push. Lower. Lift. Just keep a hold of that bar if it's available to you. Now, if it's not, you can use your hands on right here on the front of the bed. It's the same thing. You're just doing a round back version. Same thing. Push down, up. Push down, up. And you're just using that box as a little stopper so you don't slide on the bed. It feels so good. We got 4 more. 3. And a 2. 1 more. Push, under, lift, and bend it in. Beautiful job, right? So a little bit of a variation for the stomach massage. Now, for the next one, I want to really think about my low back is connected to my box, but the lift and the work comes from my back extensors and my abdominals. So I got the transverse kind of pulling up and in like a little corset and getting that corset to really draw inward. So from your sit bones, think of drawing up, lifting through your body, especially through your abs. I want you to first find your letter V, heels together. And here we go. We're gonna lift the arms all the way up to the sky. So right here, I wanna hold this high heel position, this long spine. I wanna lift and reach actively as much as I can. Now, I'm gonna keep my position. It's a red and a blue. I can hold it. I'm gonna rotate my trunk. Come back to center. Rotate. Back to center. It feels so good. Rotate and center. And rotate. Center. And around. Center. And around. Center. And twist. And twist. 1 more each. Here we go. Rotate. And rotate, just a little quick rotation, feels amazing. Let's go ahead and come all the way back and in. Let's pause right here. Nice job. Place your feet back down onto the platform here and just gently come off to the side. We're gonna go ahead and set up our reformer a little bit different for the next exercise. So take your bar completely flat, and then we're gonna just take our spring tension to a blue. So that's half a spring. And what I wanna do with this is a standing exercise. I have the box on, but I want to really feel most of the work through the legs as I push that weight out and pull back and in. So I've got my foot right here in the center of the platform, other foot, maybe like 3 inches from the edge right here. And I'm gonna stay real low for this one. So I wanna get my body sorted here. Now, as I come out, I've got genie arms in front. I'm gonna go ahead and push legs equally out together and then come back and in. So when you're pushing out, you're extending your knees together and then you're pulling your knees back in. And this requires a lot of inner thigh just to really support your body. My hips are behind, my weight's in my heels, my genie arms are here. And I'm breathing out. And I'm just thinking of like going on this straight line with my body, right? As I'm moving my knees together, my legs together, and controlling that. Pulling in. We got 3 more. A little more heat with this workout, I know. 2, but in a good way. And 1. Whew. Come on in. Pause. Go ahead and switch sides. Other side. Here we go. Get our body organized. And we go out together. Extending and bending. And 2. Woo. Sink into your heels. 3. 4. And 5. Remember, you're moving the legs together. 6. Almost there. 7. 8. 9. And your last one. Woo. Great job. Nice work. Okay, let's go ahead and turn around. We'll go ahead and switch exercises. All right, so I'm going to change my spring tension to a yellow button, which is a quarter spring and a little bit more for the Allegro 2 I'm using. It has a second rung of buttons that you could use. We're going to go ahead and just take a straddle position, and we're on a very light spring, so just keep that in mind. Lifting again from the center. Think of that transverse. Think of all of that wrapping sensation inward. And we're just going to do a little side series for the arms. So let's grab our rear strap, and we're going to grab the inside strap. I'm grabbing the rear one because the way I'm seated, I'm kind of behind versus in front. So I want this to be in line with my back arm. From here, just think of lifting up through the spine, and we're going to go deltoid reach, reach, and back, and 2, and back. So, you know, we're on the box. Our pelvis is level, but we're just trying to focus on shoulders for a moment. Push the ceiling, draw that straight line, and up and back. Almost there. One more time. Push. Good. Now that's my top of my left shoulder. Same loop, same small loop in my right hand. This is the cross arm pull. So just get nice and long in your spine again. Extend it out and bend it back, okay? So extend it out and bend it back. And just really feel this reach from your rear deltoid, rear part of your right shoulder, and then maintaining that tall spine. Keep going. It's an exhale. Lengthening that spine the whole time. Last 2, you got it. Here we go. Push. And then your last one. Good. We're pausing here. We're going to grab the long loop. Now this is the hard part. We're going to actually hover off the box. So get your feet on the headrest, on the mat, okay? We're going to basically hold at center. We're going to put the weight in the heels and hover our body. I'm going to push. I'm going to bend. So this is actually a Pallof press. We're just going to hold the legs as we are in that little bit of a sumo squat. Push the arms straight, bend back. And 7, bending in. Anti-rotation for that trunk. Really pull it all in. Well, we got one more right here, nice and strong. Push, and then bend back. Beautiful job. Lower your tail. Take a second. We're going to do the whole series on the other side. I'm just going to go ahead and turn around, my back to you. And here I am. So we got the deltoid reach. We got the hand right here. Good. So tall body, zip up, and we reach 1, and in. Go straight to the sky. 2, 3, exhale, 4, and 5. Exhale, 6, 7. Think about that middle part of your shoulder. 8. Good. 9. We got one more right here. And 10. Tall spine, other arm. Here we go. Cross arm pull. Remember, nice steady body. Extend it out. Bend it in. Feel the rear part of your shoulder. And 3, 4. Moving with control. The elbow stays elevated. 5, 6. We got this. Keep it connected. 7. Lifting up through that sternum. Here is 8. Feeling that heat in that arm. We got this. Here is 9. Woo, we got one more together. Here we go. Pushing out. Amazing. Okay, now here comes the tough one. We're going to transfer to that long loop. Nice. Here we go. We're going to get our straddle position going. We're going to get into our little squat. Legs connected. Push. 1 and 2. Hold that position with the lower body. Exhale. 3. Pallof press. 4, 5. We got this. Sink into your heels. 6. Exhale. 7, 8. Last 2. One more. Good job. Gently come all the way down. Pause for a moment. Feeling pretty good, I'd imagine, right? Lots of core work, lots of shoulder work already. We got some legs in. We're moving and grooving. Okay, next up, we're gonna go with a blue button and then remove the yellow button. You know, if you wanna go heavier, you can. It's completely up to you. I'm just gonna show you on a blue button. This is gonna be more shoulder, a little bit more back extension. So again, up to you. Box stays exactly where it is. Gently take a seat. Reach for your straps. And what I want to think about with my position is I want to get just in the middle of the box and then holding on to both of my small loops right here. So small loops in the hands. I'm going to start my little series at a bit of an angle. So notice I'm from my sit bones. I lean forward. And that's going to give me a little bit more ability to draw the rib cage in. And then also lengthen the head and the neck, okay? So just keep that in mind here. We're gonna go ahead and bend the elbows. So I'm coming back to my shoulder position here. So I go palms face forward, thumbs touching shoulders, lengthen the neck and the back. You're gonna push your arms to an angle, reaching up and forward right here. So essentially I'm going upward, pushing and holding, and then back in. And again, push. And in. 3 and 4. Exhale. 5. So just notice, you know, you're drawing this straight line with those arms. Right here's the hardest part when your arms are out. You want your abs to pull in your rib cage, not to arch. That's a tough one. Push. Feel those arms. Imagine if you were on a red, right? One full spring. That's a lot. Last one right here. Woo! Now, we're going to keep the arms here. Pause. Keep everything the same. Lift the body up. Bring the arms with you. Hold the tension. Push your body down. Hold. Lift the body up. Bring the body down. Okay? Your arms are connected. Your arms are connected to the spring tension. Don't let your rib cage stick out. Don't flare your spine. Don't arc your body. I want you to really keep that tension connected. Lifting up, bring it down. We got this. Inhale to rise. Exhale down. Lots of shoulder stability right here. Reaching in the overhead. Exhale forward. One more time. And forward. We're going to go ahead and bend the elbows. Woo! We like that, right? Great for the shoulders. Nice. Okay, so we're here. We're right on the sit bones this time. We're leaning back to a normal neutral posture. We're going to go ahead, push the arms forward, reach in front. Now, what I would like for you to do is draw circles with the palms facing up. It looks like this from chest level. Lift, and then out. And then right here, slice it. Halfway, exactly. Lift. Woo! That's a lot through the deltoids, isn't it? Lift. And the chest. Feels so good. And up. And 5. Keep going. Here we go. 6. Lift. Feels so good. So strong. 7. Watch your rib cage. Keep it in. 8. Last 2. 9. Last 1. Woo! Beautiful. Gently come all the way in. Excellent job with that little mini series on the box for the arms. Let's place our straps back where they live, and then we'll get ready for the next group of exercises. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is basically do one full spring, which is one red spring. And again, if you wanna change that for yourself, you can do a different spring tension. It's gonna be a lot harder if it's lighter tension for this exercise versus heavier. So I do encourage something medium for you and your body just so you can keep the form. For this one, it's a little trickier. We're on one arm, okay? One side in a side plank on the box, and then we've got our feet on the platform. So I wanna set up like I would on the mat. Top leg is behind, bottom leg forward. I'm on the edge right here. I'm just gonna bend my knees and place my arm right here. So this is a side plank on my left side. I've got my feet, I've bent my knees. I'm gonna push my body out and hold it. So that red spring is enough, right? Good amount of tension to push against, but also good to hold. And then bend the knees in, okay? Push out 2. Bend the knees in. Look for your body staying stacked. I know it's hard if we don't have a mirror, but just make sure that you're pushing your arm actively into the box so that everything stays connected and stacked. 4. Exhale, 5. Exhale, 6. And 7. And here we go. Hold 8. Great. Hold it. Squeeze it. Great. And then come back in. Whew. 8 is hard, isn't it? Come back, switch sides. Okay, we got top leg behind, bottom leg. We're gonna get our arm first, organize your body. Here we go. And we're pushing out. Stack it, hold it, strong, and in. 2. And 3. And 4. Really push into that box. Remember, you're trying to push effort down into the box as well as away from the spring. 2 more. 7. Now remember, 8 is the magic number. Hold the 8. Hold. 8 is great. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Squeeze. And then come in. Woo! Beautiful job. Excellent. So just give yourself a moment here. Roll the shoulders back a few times. Excellent. Okay. So now we're going to go back to the left arm. It's very similar. Side plank again. But what we want to do is try to pick up the bottom leg. That's a lot of inner thigh strength, okay? So I want you to really focus on, can we maintain the plank first? So let's come out and hold it, okay? Hips tuck forward, push into the box, lift that bottom leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, return the foot, bend the knees. 2 more times, I promise. Here we go, push out. It's a good one. Lift the leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, and in. 1 more time. Lots of inner thigh strength. Here we go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then return it. Beautiful. Transfer to the other side. That's more of just a bonus isometric, which you know me in these classes, I love to do isometrics. Here we go. We set up first, we hold that plank position, we tuck the hips forward, and then we just really think about lifting, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and in. Pushing out. Hold it. Lift the leg for 5, 4, 3. Keep your hips. 2 and 1. One more time. Hold, lift for 5, 4, 3, 2. Return what you have. Woo! Quite a challenge indeed, right? So we're out in space. We're fighting that spring tension. We're going this direction, and here we're trying to keep it all aligned. So that's a great exercise. All right, you guys, what we're gonna do next is add all springs on. Every single spring. We're gonna keep our bed very stable for this one. And it's just our short box series. So again, the box stays exactly where it's been the whole time. So here we go. We're gonna go feet under our strap, get our sit bones near the edge. Whew, and just kind of check in. How you feeling, right? Lots of good things in today's class. Lots of good work. Okay, so just from earlier, let's go ahead and pull in with the abdominals. Lift up with the spine. We're gonna begin arms forward and then just rolling back into our C curve. We've got our safety strap, of course, to the point that feels good for us. Now, here's the challenge. Keep the curve. We're gonna go arms, reach, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Try to really think about your arms or extensions of your torso, right? So we want fingers alive as we reach. We want to flex our feet, stay connected to that little safety strap. Reach and reach. Last 3. Reach and 2. One more time. 1. We pause. We roll the spine. Good. Interlace the hands. Extend overhead. Open up. Big breath here. Completely relax through the arms. Release back down. Great. So now we're going to focus on rotation. What I'd like for you to think about is genie arms, but you know, when you're in that C curve, you want to push your back elbow behind you. You're going to get more of that torso rotation while you're in a flex position. So think about that today. Let's go ahead and roll to that point we can control. Now, we can move your head, your arms, your torso, push the elbow back further, okay? Come back to center. Other way. Push, center, twist. Really feel those obliques with this version. My goodness, lots of twisting. Yeah, we got this. Twist, push that elbow back, rotate, center, rotate, keep going. We got 3. Woo, 3. We got 2, stay with me. We got 1 more. Rotate and rotate. Come all the way back. Extend overhead. Release the arms back down. Feels so good. Awesome. Okay, give your feet a little breather here. I'm going to transfer to one of my favorite, more classic exercises, the side over, but do again a variation. So this is to challenge rib cage. Does our rib cage flare? Do we, go into this big arc? Pull everything in, pretend you're moving through like 2 planes of glass. That's what we're after, okay? We want to really add that control to our torso. So use your hands, check in with your ribs, see where you are. I had my foot pushing up, it's facing forward, so that's my hook, okay? My hands on my headrest, I'm reaching overhead. So my hips are stacked. The bottom leg on the box stays bent. Now here's our challenge. Are you ready? So we're gonna go arms forward, okay? So I want my right arm, I want it to come down by my hip, left arm up, hold it. Rib cage stays in. You're gonna stay here and then back. Other way. And back. And reach. Keep everything aligned. Reach. You got this. Keep going. 3. 3 and 4. You have it. 4. 1 more each. It's 5 and 5. We pause, hand rests, reach overhead. Big breath in. Gorgeous. Big, big stretch. Feels so good. So what you're doing, isometric exercise, when your arms are moving, little change in the center of gravity, right? We're just not quite sure how we're going to stabilize arms overhead as we stay here with all of that effort, okay? Now, we're going to take that into the traditional side over. So 5 times, here we go, hands behind head. We got this coming down. Exhale, 1. And 2. And 3. And 4. We got one more. And 5. Beautiful. Reach, extend, hold that. You can reach for the other side of your reformer. Just add a little extra bonus and stretch. Full breath in, and then come back up. Good. So we're going to do the whole thing on the other side. Pay attention. I'll talk you guys through it. I won't be facing you, but let's go ahead and take this guy as our safety strap, our hook. Other hand is here. Reach overhead first. Just feel that security and safety of that strap. Get familiar with that. Okay, here we go. Hips are tucked forward. Abs are on. Rib cage is in. Now both arms reach forward, and then one arm goes above, one goes below. Reach. And reach. And 2. Keep your spine. 2. 3. 3. And 4, keep your body. 4, rib cage in. 5, we got this. 5, woo, good. Reach overhead, that was short and sweet, right? Feels so good. Awesome. Here comes the side over, traditional style. Remember, it's not a huge movement. It's mostly just down slightly and then up to that position, slight arc. Here we go, hands behind head and down to come up. 1, down, 2, interlace tightly, 3, 4, we got it, 5, beautiful, hand on the headrest, other hand come around, big stretch here, open up the back, hold that, awesome. All right, let's gently come all the way up and then off to the side. Next up, just 1 blue spring is all you need. So remove the rest. And just to finish this more advanced intermediate stability class, we're going to be doing a little back extension with the short box. It's a Swan version using the hands on the railing. I want to show you before I get down in that position. When you start here, let's say I'm on my torso, my arms are above me like that. I want to sink my shoulder blades down before I pull my body. So I'm thinking of shoulder blades down, and I'm pushing my hands towards each other as I pull up, and then I lengthen back down. So remember, it comes from the shoulder blade, getting that little depression and hug. So let's look for that. We have 1 blue, pelvis is on, okay? Trunk is off, hands are here. Engage your quads and your legs, squeeze. My palms are on the outside of that white panel. Now, I squeeze the hands together, just like I showed you. And as I pull my shoulder blades down, I elevate my spine. I squeeze everything, and then I come back. So notice the difference, right? I don't want you to kind of come up into your ears. Take it away from your ears, and then push the hands together. That makes a huge difference. And then you're lifting, and then you're coming back. And 4. So we really want to take all that effort into the lats versus the low spine. Tuck the pelvis into the box. Allow the lats to pull you forward. And I have to really physically think about pushing my hands together as I lift. Last 3 for today's class. Super strong. And 2. And our last one. Lots of good work right there. Wow, good job, you guys. Okay, let's gently take a step off to the side, and we'll take our box off. Nice work. Next up, from a standing position, we'll go ahead and have a yellow button. Now that's a quarter spring, which is a little bit more. If you want a blue spring, which is half a spring, that's fine. I prefer just kind of on the lighter side for this exercise. We're gonna be doing lunging facing this direction. So coming to roughly standing near my shoulder block, slightly forward is fine. The position you're gonna make is a lunge. So I've got my inside leg forward, outside leg behind. Now with the lunging, a lot of people only bend the front leg, they don't bend the back leg. We wanna go ahead and bend both. So we wanna make sure the position is right before we start. 90 degree in both knees, upright spine, push like that. That is the shape. Now what we're gonna do is grab the inside strap. Now I'm going right above the knot or near the knot on my rope, okay? So we're going above the loops itself. From that position, hands here on my hip, I'm gonna go ahead and row the body as I come down into my lunge. Lengthen and row. So what you're trying to do is put the majority of your weight on your front leg, but you're really feeling your lat on that inside arm. And lengthen. And your body's really just going straight down. Inhale up and back. For 3 and 2 and 1. Now we're gonna pause right here. With the strap itself, I'm gonna go ahead and come to the small loop. Flip the big loop forward, small loop in the hand, palm is facing up. As I pull on my tension, my arm comes into more of a bicep curl. I slowly begin to go downward, squeeze and hold, lengthen gently to come up. Exhale. Notice my elbow lengthens slightly without losing tension. And 4. Lengthen carefully. 5. That's why we're on this yellow button. 6, we start to feel it. Lots of stability. Good, here's 8. Last 2. 1 more. Nice work. Let's pause where we are, come forward, and then we'll go ahead and put our strap back. Walk around to the other side. We'll get organized facing this direction here. So from where I am, I just want to make sure again that I've got my lunge position ready to go. Let's go ahead and try it. So here I am, bending both and then pushing up, okay? So making sure your stance feels good. I don't want you guys to go too narrow with your feet. It's hard to balance. So making sure that they have enough distance between them. Okay, so here I go with my strap and then holding on to that top portion. Here's my lunge and coming down, lengthening up. 2. Notice both knees are bending as you come down. 5. You don't have to touch the ground with the rear knee, but just think about equal bend as you lower. Last 2. And last 1. We're gonna pause. Now, from where we are, let's go ahead and grab that inner strap. Remember, you're gonna have to find the tension from where we're standing and how long your strap is. So from here, I've got to bend, curl, lengthen to here. 2, just focus. 3, keep your balance. 4, 5, keep going. 6, 7, make it about that bicep and your front leg. Last 2. Last 1. Woo! Nice job. Go ahead and pause. Bring your strap back where it lives. Excellent. And we'll set up for the next exercise. Walk back around to the other side. We're gonna go ahead and change our spring to a whole spring. So one red, one full spring. I just wanna take you through a little bit of an inner thigh stretch. Take your hand on the foot bar. Foot is on the shoulder block. I've got a parallel foot. Hand is on the bed. Gently push out to the point that you can support a straddle stretch. So the objective here is keeping this knee soft, okay? I wanna feel this inner thigh stretching. Hold what you have. Take a breath. Gently come in. And again, push out. Hold what you have. And come in. And 3. And return. We got 2 more right here. Pushing out. Feels really good. And back in. And 1 more. Beautiful. Let's come back. We're gonna walk around and finish that on the other side. Let's go ahead and do that. So standing right about here, I've got to get my foot flat, hand on the bed. I push out, hold, breathing. Feel the inner thigh, soft knee. And then back in. Exhale, 2. And in. And 3. And in. And 4. And in. Last time, here is 5. And then gently come all the way back and in. Wonderful job. We'll go ahead and walk back over here. After doing all of that work for the spine, the core, let's reach up. Take a deep breath. Soften your knees, reach forward. Let everything go. Roll our body up. Great job, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me for today's workout. And listen, if you guys have questions about the stability exercises that we chose for today's workout, drop them in the box below. They all are really challenging because of the effort it takes to hold the position and actually execute it. So make sure that when you do this workout again, play with the spring tension, understand your level, get familiar with some of those shapes that we created today and variations of that, which is really fun. That's why I love Pilates. There's so many options. And then if you guys have questions about the Balanced Body equipment, so this is 2024. Yes, I still have a discount. It's 5% off your total purchase. So if you guys have a studio, you want to like replace your reformers, you want to replace one in your house, you want a new one, consider Balanced Body. It's a great brand. I've had this since 2013 and it's like amazing. I love it. But yeah, check out the description below for more details on that and how to get 5% off. Okay, you guys, take care and I'll see you next time.